Hey, what is going on, YouTube? Aaron here. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys are having a fantastic Friday here. And we've got some quick news for you guys here today. There are two new rentals available in the store, each for 1,000 doubloons. The Picardie here and the West Virginia 44. Both of these ships are essentially the up-tiered versions of the predecessing ships. For example, the Leon there at Tier 6, and of course the West Virginia, a premium battleship we have at Tier 5. I'm actually excited to get home tonight and play both of these ships here, but let's go ahead and review these stats briefly. Now, of course, this is without any commanders on them, so keep that in mind. But here's the West Virginia 44. It appears to be a Tier 6 premium or a Tier 6 ship that will eventually be added into the game. I don't see any other way other than premium, but 62,000 HP there, 2x4 406mm guns with a 30-second reload and a 15.9 range, again, without a commander. AA defense is actually pretty good there, and the maneuverability is absolutely atrocious. You're kind of one of those World War I era dreadnoughts. I believe it was refit, and that is the West Virginia 44. Someone could correct me, Zapranith, or one of my other historians. Something that is a little bit upgraded, though, is your armor. Now, of course, you do have a 26mm nose, which can be overmatched by 15 and 16-inch guns there. But your armor is actually pretty decent with a at the waterline, or what appears to be a below the waterline citadel. Now, of course, you have a massive amount of superstructure there, and actually a pretty weak casemate that will just be eating penetrations from most angles. So if you can, get the ship in the right spot, and part of the problem about playing these slow battleships is positioning, right? The key to most situations in this game is positioning, but here is the overview. Honestly, out of everything this update, these two ships are the most exciting content, and they are rental ships. But again, that is available for 1,000 doubloons in the ships tab of the store. And the second ship we're getting in rental form is the Picardie here, what is essentially an up-tiered Leon, a Tier 7 French battleship. And this thing is actually looking to be pretty spicy. A brawling battleship with a reload booster and much better armor than her predecessor. Now, of course, as with every rental, and the Navarin included, the stats could change when they release her, but as you can see here, she gets access to 3, what I believe, decent heals, 2 main battery reload boosters, and 3 enhanced secondary targeting 2 consumables. Moving on over to the specs and stats here, 61,000 HP with a 32% torpedo damage reduction, 4x4 305mm guns with a 27-second reload, and a range without a commander of 17.3. Again, adding a commander to all of these stats will increase them, depending on what you select, obviously by 10 to 15 to 20%. And something else to note about that artillery is the secondary range was listed as 7 kilometers. AA defense is pretty mediocre there. Maneuverability is decent, a tight turning circle, a 30-knot top speed, and a 13.4 rudder. And your concealment, of course, without concealment module or a camo, is actually 14.4, and I think they have it listed as good in the overview here, which we will check out in just a second. Something else to note about this boat, and I think this is why it's going to be a lot of fun, a 32mm nose with a 100mm plate, whatever, I don't know exactly what it is, of an icebreaker there at the bottom, which, if you know anything about, overmatch and such, yeah, 140 and 180 there. You can actually bounce Yamato shells if the Yamato decides to shoot the very bottom of your bow. Beyond that, you actually have a pretty good armor profile compared to the Leon, obviously this being a tier higher. However, you will get absolutely chunked kind of looking at the mid-belt and casemate of this battleship. And very similar to other French battleships, you have a below-the-waterline citadel. So again, very protected to pretty much everything except for plunging fire. And even then, it's very difficult unless you're sailing broadside in a straight line to a very floaty, American 18-inch or 16-inch shell there to get citadeled from plunging fire. But it does happen though. But there is, the chunky belt we were kind of talking about. It's pretty protected. You're not going to be, low caliber HE shells might shatter, with the exception of setting fire. So you're going to be pretty protected here. I think this ship is going to be pretty good. You're going to see a few of them in the next week here, throughout this rental phase. But there is the overview. Guns aplenty, barrage hidden there, and a little kind of overview about the Picardie here. I can't wait to use my superior French accent when deleting cruisers and other battleships playing this thing tonight. But once again, these are both available in the store for rental phases. I don't know how long they are going to be in the store. If you're watching this video, just go ahead and rent them if you so choose. And once again, I do believe you get a coupon for 1,000 doubloons off of an American and a French ship available in the store if that's something you're interested in. So that is the quick little update. Sorry, someone actually stole a package. I believe been stealing a few packages from us, so I was dealing with that last night and a little bit this morning. So no videos on that. We have a stream tonight, probably trolling players with the Chokolov, except for, of course, the guy who clearly wiped us last night. I love comments like this. It's just, it's like, sure you did, pal. Okay. Anyway, GG's. Hey, you suck, but GG's. I had to throw that in there. We're having good fun with that this morning. And of course, the Ocean Cup Saturday and Sunday. I love you guys. Have a great weekend. Have a great Friday. I'm out. Peace.